So Monday we had the show, and Tuesday then we had to check in. It was the grand opening of the new Gran Destino Tower at Coronado Springs Resort. Disney has built a 16-floor tower at Coronado Springs. So at a moderate resort, there's now this giant tower. And because it was opening, we wanted to stay there. And not only did we stay there, we also stayed on the club level, which includes access to the Kronos Club, and we'll talk about that. And we'll talk about all the amenities and restaurants and things that Gran Destino has brought to the resort. Jessica and Cameron were there for a number of the activities. Michelle, you were not.
I was not there.
No. You're getting back from Delaware.
We'll tell you all about it when you get back from Delaware. We'll tell you all about it.
Michelle, you look nice tonight.
Thank you.
He's making you feel included. That's very sweet.
Very nice.
He's a very nice man.
He's a sweet boy, a sweet droid.
Where's the
You know, I'm. From him doing that, I'm. No, you're supposed to play something.
You were, could you be, oh, I think we all are.
Proud of your droid.
You're making quite the comeback.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, again, a 16-floor tower at a moderate resort. This is a thing they've never done before, really expanding the hotel. And it's what's really odd right off the bat is Coronado Springs, already this massive resort, but they decided for the convention center to add this tower. It's an offshoot of the old lobby. I say old lobby because what they've done is they've closed the old lobby. So there's this, and if you remember, if you've been to Coronado Springs, that lobby and check-in area is giant. It is a huge...
all the fountains and everything in it.
Yeah, there's just this huge area, two sides, lots of counters and things. That's just some dead space now. Although it appears they're going to use it to check in larger conventions, but that's not an everyday thing. So you're going to be walking through this ghost town. And then there's this long sealed hallway you could walk through since it's Central Florida and it's hot and rainy most of the time, which will take you to the tower, which is now where all check-ins are done. So even if you're not staying in the tower, you still check in for Coronado Springs, this giant sprawling resort at this check-in area and on the higher lobby level of Gran Destino Tower.
Tom, before you go any further, someone asked a pretty important question. Do we get comped for these resorts and these room stays?
No.
Not hosted.
Hashtag not hosted. We here at WDWNT take great pride in the fact that we are not on a media list. We get no media access because the Walt Disney Company doesn't like us, and they don't like us because we're honest. We didn't like Toledo. We didn't like Takumi Tay. We don't like some things. Well, actually, Takumi we like. We just didn't. The beef just didn't feel it was worth the price. But
I would like Takumi to be less expensive.
I was told I need to give it another shot, and I'm more than willing to. I think we're going to give that one another shot. We'll make it happen.
Yay.
You look very nice today.
Thanks, Vic.
You can eat that, right?
Yeah, I can eat beef.
Okay, there you go.
Jacomi.
And
Yep.
what?
I don't know what you
The great restaurant.
Sounds like a
Now
Cameron
serving
dining
Chakumi.
review. The Chakumi was very good. Very flavorful. The beef was present.
It's a great word.
Oh my God.
Someone said Gelatoni is the mini boy.
Little boy.
They always
Papito.
Papi?
Jakumi.
No,
I'm
you
gonna
have it
use that.
backward.
No.
Papito.
It's too late, I just went with it.
Papito. Yeah. So yeah, no, we.
Proud of your droid.
Not
We
anymore.
won't be proud of you if you keep doing this.
Stop
So, yeah, we don't. I prefer anyway. I like to pay so we can be honest with you about how we felt about things. That makes me feel better, and I think I've always explained it to people. I think new staff members, when we bring them on, pretty common question is, oh, why don't we get into media events? What's the deal with that? And I think the honest answer is we like. Even when we were on the media list, I think we were pretty honest. I think I remember going to the Cars Land grand opening, and we didn't like the food at Flo's. I didn't like the original menu at Flo's.
What?
And I wrote that I didn't like the original menu at Flo's. But things have changed. They don't like that stuff anymore. So anyway, I like to just be able to spend the money and give you the review and the honest review and the way I've always put it to those people is how would you feel if you? What do you think a person's response would be if you wrote a positive review of a restaurant you actually didn't think was good? You would send somebody there. They would spend in Walt Disney World probably a fair amount of money that they worked very hard to earn on a meal. And if it was not good, you told them it was good. You sent them there specifically, and they wasted their money essentially when they could have eaten at a restaurant that is good. And there are plenty of great restaurants at Walt Disney World. I go to several of them all the time, not even for reviews, just because I like them. Believe it or not, I like things at Disney World. I know that's shocking. But the same with hotels. I mean, hotel openings are not common. So this is a rare occurrence we get to do these things. Although we'll get to do 2 this year with Riviera opening. Yeah, so we paid for the room. We paid for Toledo. We paid for the lounges. We paid for everything we did during our stay. So we will give you an absolutely honest review so you can decide if you want to stay there, you want to eat there, or you want to go there. That's what we're doing. All right. And let me know, in the course of this, if there's any other questions in the chat.
Okay.
I'm trying to look, but yeah. So yeah, they're doing all check-in here. So if you're staying in Coronado, you are going to check in at the new tower. It's a 2-level lobby. There's a lower lobby which has the Barcelona lounge, which is I think pretty. It's cute. Good drink. I think throughout the resort, good drinks. We liked the drinks. We had at 3 Bridges, which opened a little early. Barcelona and Dahlia, and obviously that crosses over into Toledo. All very good drink menus. You're not going to be sad with anything you have there. And the bartenders are very nice. One thing I will say overall, I haven't had the cast member experience I had at Coronado in a very long time. I haven't had so many people trying so hard to make a great experience in a long time. And I hope that's not just because it's opening. I hope that stays through. But everybody, we had really friendly servers, and we had really great hosts and hostesses at the Kronos Club. And, you know, every manager or housekeeper, whoever passed us in the hallways, had a nice greeting. Just everybody went above and beyond, and it was a really pleasant stay because of that. So I'll say that much, that everybody at the resort seemed to really care, and it was nice.
It all seemed really genuine too. Like, I don't know, I think everyone was kind of just really excited to be in the new space. Like they're like, oh, my home resort is maybe like yacht club or something.
You probably want to talk into a microphone, yeah.
Yeah.
You can pull it up.
Hiding behind DJ. So you would say that like my home resort is maybe like a yacht club or something, but they'd still be like, it's really amazing to be here. Let me fix my mic.
DJ Rex lost his mic.
Sorry,
now.
DJ Rex.
It's fine. He'll live. He'll live.
He's signing the lease to the new studio now.
I hope you like one. I hope you like one room. There's no toilets. I didn't need them, so I figured why.
Yeah, I mean, the cast members at Coronado have always been really, really great. So.
Yeah, I mean,
know it's your favorite.
everybody seemed very happy that this was opening, and like you said, I hope that's not something that.
Oh my.
Just turn him off. Go to
Done.
sleep. There
His
you
battery
Yeah, his
drained,
battery drained.
just
so
like
it's
me.
done.
Good night, sweet prince.
I remember staying at Coronado when it opened and smelling the animal poop from Animal
What?
Kingdom.
Oh, it's close to
It
Animal
was
Kingdom.
levitating over. I
Yeah.
was laying by the pool. I'm like, what is that?
Very
Oh, I'm by a
pungent.
zoo. Okay.
Not
There is
a zoo.
restroom over there too. Though.
Not a zoo.
I don't know. Not a zoo.
But yeah. So that was my only experience.
Well, now you can be sealed in a tower, the safety of a tower,
Lovely.
and no animal poop smell will come your way.
Good.
Yes.
Did it feel like more like a deluxe resort, or did it just feel like a moderate resort?
It's a moderate resort in deluxe clothing.
Yeah, it's like a deluxe. The tower itself is very luxe.
Yeah.
Like all the touches are like marble, gold. You have a lot of like
it be mad
stained
lux.
glass. It's a thing.
Man,
But
look.
then the rooms though, the rooms are definitely just moderate rooms. You have the neat smart TV. We'll get to that later, but it's still just like the same moderate room that you might get elsewhere in the resort, like in casitas or the ranchos or whatever. But still really nice. I mean, again, I'm always repping All Stars. So whenever I go to one of these like a new resort, even a moderate, it always feels really nice. Like nice without feeling too like stiff or like too fancy.
Yeah, I think about other moderate resorts around property, like Port Orleans and things like that, and there is a significant difference between the feeling of
Yeah.
walking into Port Orleans versus the feeling of walking into Gran Destino, or even walking into Coronado Springs.
Yeah.
The regular lobby and walking into Gran Destino lobby, there's a huge difference, and maybe it is just because it's new. I really don't think it is. I think it's more than a moderate hotel, but with the rooms it falls a little bit
Moderate
short.
plus.
Moderate plus.
The lobby is pretty. The lobby is nicer than I expected. The lobby feels like a deluxe hotel. And even the hallways upstairs feel like a Disney deluxe because that's like the hallmark. Because we've been
Right.
that's what we're accustomed to. That's what
Yeah.
they've made us believe is that interior hallways are what you pay hundreds more dollars for.
I'll pay for it if it's raining.
Yeah, and honestly, like they're pricing this the way they're pricing this now. It's not hundreds of dollars more than a regular room at Coronado. So the problem is I think the other areas of Coronado are really pretty.
Yeah.
And the tower takes you away from the rest of the resort, and I think that's sad because I think there are some areas in the casitas and I don't like ranchos that much, but
I just like casitas.
yeah, there are some really pretty areas in casitas, and that's why that's my real gripe is that it takes you away from there.
Did you kind of regret not having like the time or like just not now you can't like it seems like such a walk now. You're like, oh, I want to
Pepper
go
Market-
see it.
Pepper Market Centro, El Centro is so far.
Market.
The
Yeah.
only counter service feels like it's miles away.
That's why they also have now. I think during the 12-hour marathon, I made fun of the room service at Coronado. Like you would order
And
it.
what?
Someone asked if you would say ranchos again. I'm just gonna throw that in there.
Ranchos.
Is that Josh?
Is it
I
Josh?
wasn't shocked.
No.
Ranchos. Coronado.
I
Ranchos.
What was I saying?
You're saying ranchos.
Okay, ASMR.
Oh.
There you go.
Made Josh very happy.
Yeah. I really forgot what
Everyone's completely sidelined.
I hate it.
I don't know what you're saying either.
The room
Oh.
service at I ordered room service once at the casita side, and I was so hyped. And then they bring it, and it was literally like an insulated sack, and inside it was just a container with like the same eggs from the quick service. I was really let down because I'm used to like I'd order like room service maybe at like the villas at the Grand Floridian.
Yeah, you're
or-
like a room service connoisseur, aren't you?
Yeah, it's like a very millennial
she's
thing.
that
I think. Like,
lazy.
I don't want to. I'm like depressed. I don't want to leave bed, so I just order food.
Leave bed. Not even the bed. Just leave bed.
The only thing that makes me happy in life
Don't
is going
leave-
backwards on Everest, so I feel your pain.
Wow.
Oh, jeez.
Anyway,
Michelle doesn't know what I'm
but
talking
in
about.
order to,
Sorry.
I feel like in order to
I went on Everest
compensate,
once.
Yeah, it was fun, right?
I had fun once.
Happiest
Terrible.
thing.
in order to compensate for the fact that now I was about to call it Pepper Market again.
I miss peppermint.
The old Pepper Market is now like a walk away. I think they actually like redid the room service menus. We didn't end up ordering anything from them,
No,
but
'cause
it's
we
a
had
really
club level access.
we were stuffing ourselves otherwise. But now they have a really nice expanded menu, and it looked pretty good. So if you're over there and you get to try that, let us know how it goes.
Sounds
But
good.
it's still only until 11.
Yeah.
So
That
you
is
have a
weird.
I don't
business
get that.
hotel that only serves food till 11. So it's only an hour longer. Our club closes at 10, so it's
Right.
still only another hour. It's weird.
I
Well,
grew
when all
up-
of your
Weird.
theme parks close at 8 p.m., there's no real reason to stay up.
I know, right?
Jeez.
Yeah, I grew up like Magic Kingdom till 2, greasy pizza from delivery at like 2:30. No, but
Things just need to be open later at Disney World.
I agree.
Food
Yeah.
places
Everything shuts
just
down way
need-
too early.
I would get, they
Way too
lose
early.
so much money by having nothing open. That McDonald's by All Star makes so much money because they're like the only thing functioning.
Yeah.
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 It's pretty ridiculous. Should we start with the room? You have the room tour video you could play while we talk about the room. So the room is absolutely a moderate room, and what's funny is, yeah, there you go. Is this the room? Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, we're going to the room. We're in the hallway.
Carpet.
Jessica, you just stayed at Coronado a couple weeks before
Yeah.
this opened, and you showed me your room so we could. I never put up that video. I filmed the room, and the room is surprisingly similar to this. I think actually nicer. It's a little, maybe even bigger, but the bathroom. This bathroom is larger. The bathroom in the tower is bigger. But there's also this big empty space with no art or anything that I just walked past. It's certainly not a bad room, but this is pretty much what everything's turning into. Non-carpeted floor, room under the bed for storage, these beds with these headboards with the lights in them.
Little chair.
Yeah, this one has a single
nice.
chair. This is the two bedroom. Yeah.
I thought the layout of this room was excellent, and the bathroom was by far the best part.
Here's the best
shower
part.
in it.
This view is fantastic.
Wow, to watch fireworks.
This
from
is
there.
a standard view. I have the fire. We haven't uploaded them yet, but we tweeted them yesterday. The firework views from the room. That's the view. There's Tower of Terror and Hollywood Studios and the Swan and Dolphin and Spaceship Earth and the Land Pavilion, all visible from this view. You see fireworks at night. This is a standard view.
Yep.
We're on the 15th floor here. So this is the last floor of guest rooms before 16, which is the restaurants.
Yeah, I spent like 3 days just like staring out dreamily at the Tower of Terror, Spaceship Earth. It's really a cool view. You don't get that view literally anywhere else, really. And that kind of like not 360, but like a full span of all the parks in one shot.
Well, Disney has very few tall hotels. I mean, Contemporary was kind of it. And now this year we have this and Riviera, which are both boasting these. You're going to have theme park views and firework views. There are a couple accents. You'll see there's some accents from Destino, which is the short that Salvador Dali and Walt Disney worked on that was finally finished in 2003 after both had passed away, which is where the resort gets its theme from. I like the short. I don't know if it was the best choice, but I get it. It's a convention hotel, so they didn't want to be too Disney. I kind of get it. Yeah, I mean, I don't have any problem with the room other than the bathroom. We're going to talk about the bathroom because that's, I think, where all
like those shelves. That's cool.
problems
I
are.
would have liked to see some difference from the other rooms at Coronado, though. Like, it's not. I kind of went in there, I'm like, oh, it's the same as everywhere else. I would have liked maybe some different accents. A lot of it seemed kind of like recycled elements.
Yeah.
The same little work lamp, the same desk chair. I really liked the little, if you saw in the corner where the armchair was, the lamp with the little like nightstand type thing where you could like place maybe a drink. That was cute. That's not in the rest of the resort. I think that's like exclusive to the tower. That was a nice touch.
I think that's even exclusive to the two
I love robes.
bedroom as
Any
opposed
place
to the
that
king
gives
room.
you robes.
So this is like that area Tom was saying that's like no art. It's kind of like a foyer. I think they designed it. That's where you just leave all your luggage and your stuff.
It's probably about the size of a ECV. I think they're trying to get people to pull those ECVs into rooms.
Right.
Oh.
But it's still such dead space, and it's a big chunk of the room. Bathrooms, a shower.
It was a good place for us to put our luggage, though. It all
Yeah.
fit. It was.
And
But
that way
also
you
they
have
put
it
a
kinda
lot
made
of
use of it.
space. There's that under the bed storage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's the bathroom. Shower, perfectly fine shower. You're going to notice something weird, though. So the shower is just behind this main door. This barn door opens to the shower and the sinks. So you can't get to the sinks while somebody's in the shower. And, obviously, it's a convention hotel, so maybe people are going to be staying with coworkers and stuff. So that pretty much eliminates the sinks while someone's in the shower.
Basically, when anyone is using any part of the shower.
Yeah, so obviously we are all just coworkers who are staying there. And so if anyone had to shower or use the toilet, that meant the whole restroom facility was off off limits at that point.
It's a room full of bloggers.
there's-
Hey, I'm going to use the bathroom.
Yeah. Does anyone need to do anything in these three facilities? So now look here. The towels are in the toilet room. So if somebody goes to use the toilet and close that door, you can't even get to the towel.
I didn't even realize that till just
Yeah.
now.
So number 2 is getting out of the shower. The towels are across the room.
Wait, so you can close the door to the toilet?
Separately. So the only thing that has its own privacy is the toilet. But that locks away the towels.
Yeah. I didn't
That's a
realize
design
this
flaw.
until I had finished showering and I realized I had to like
However-
sprint over to the toilet.
However, the odds of someone being in the shower and
Wait.
in the toilet area at the same time.
No, you're a family.
What?
Why? Like, yeah, it's very good. Very highly
I don't know about
But
you.
we were just talking about
I don't know about you,
coworkers.
Cameron,
Hidden
but
Mickey.
people in the morning sometimes go to the bathroom and then shower.
Yeah.
That is a pretty common order of events.
Yeah,
in
but the door's not
morning.
going to be locked, is it?
What door?
The bathroom door, because there's a door.
But
in
I'm
the
gonna be
bathroom.
naked with my coworker, and I'm gonna be naked in the shower, and my coworker comes out of the bathroom.
That's what I'm saying. No,
oh,
right?
What are you saying?
So like that toilet door will always be open as so long as somebody is in the shower.
What if I have to use the bathroom?
Then
It's
you have to walk.
connected to the toilet.
You have to walk into
It's
the
in the
door,
toilet and
past
Then
your
you have to see
coworker
your
who is
naked
showering,
coworker.
Wow.
Yeah.
and go to the bathroom.
And
So
it's not like fogged glass. It's pretty clear. You can see.
Great
that.
convention
So that door will
space.
always be open.
Great
Great
convention
convention
space.
resort. Yes.
It's the.
It's still poorly designed. Take out the whole equation about
At the
like,
least.
awkwardly seeing someone. If you're
Yeah.
showering, if you forget to take a towel over to the sink,
I'll give you that.
you
It's
know
poorly
you
designed.
have to literally be like, okay, I'm gonna do this, and
Yeah.
you like sprint across to the toilet.
Yeah.
It's not. There should
There's
be
gonna be a
towel
lot of
rack
people falling
near
down.
Your shower.
You're gonna be cold if it's December.
At the very least, the regular Coronado rooms have the toilet and the shower in the same room, but the sinks are separate. So at least people can get to the sinks while somebody is using either the shower or the toilet. It's pretty normal. The scenario they've created with this layout, which you've built this tower from scratch.
Built this tower.
Do, do, do.
Wow. This is a new building. You've planned it for years. Nobody at any point was like, maybe the towels shouldn't be on a rack
Toilet.
in the toilet.
It's a good point. It's poorly designed.
Like, I don't understand why nobody made that point in years of design and construction.
Imagine them like touring the space. Yep, that's it. That's where
Alicia
the towels
said
go.
we here at WDW are a close family.
We're a
Wow.
close-knit family.
Nope.
Joe Tony's seen some things.
The view was great. View was great.
He was great.
Yeah. Want to talk about? Did we talk enough about the lobby? I think the
Let's talk about
lobby's
the TV
pretty.
in the room.
Oh, we have the video. We could just show people the video.
The
of the
TV,
Yeah,
the
I'm gonna need, like,
TV
2
was
seconds
kind
for
of
that.
hyped
Okay.
though. I mean, I knew it would have 6 or 7 preset.
Seven.
Yeah, 7 preset Disney movies, but I was so disappointed when I like went on it and I'm like, oh, it's the same 7 movies that are always playing on Freeform for free anyway. It would have been nice to see, I don't know, other.
Although we all watched Cars while we waited
all
to go to
watched
Toledo.
Cars.
That was a fun
And
time.
all the
was
staff,
fun.
the whole staff in the room watching Cars, and everyone was silent because everyone was totally engrossed in Cars.
No one wanted to watch Cars until everyone was quiet.
I
and
wanted to
watching
watch Cars, but everybody knew that.
Nobody even wanted to go by the end of it because everyone just wanted to sit
Everyone
down
had the
and
right
watch
idea based on the experience we had.
it. All right.
Yeah.
Waiting on the ad to play. And
Okay.
We'll show you the new TV.
Yeah. No, but it was cool, and you can like, there's a TV guide, so you know exactly.
I thought
which-
that was nice because otherwise
know.
you just take forever to go through all
Yeah.
those channels.
You
So,
also
yeah,
get to
can
see
you
your
put,
your photo pass photos.
Well, do we have audio?
Yeah.
Let's just play this for you.
We're here for this television. This is a first of its kind for Disney Resorts, this interactive smart TV. They've heavily advertised this. And as you see, we welcome the Chorus Party, and we can hit select to get started. So let's go ahead and hit select on our fancy remote control. Oh, look at this. It's only 81 degrees, but what is it with humidity? I don't know. there you go. So we can watch TV. There's Disney On Demand. There's Connect My Device, My Disney Vacation, Hotel Services, and Parks and more. And then at the top you see we have our room number. Don't come stalk us, please. Come knock. Come visit. Whatever. Come hang out. They're too big though, aren't they? It's like giant duck. So why don't we start? Well, let's not start with TV because that's just going to be normal TV. Why don't we look at Disney On Demand? This has been a thing people have been talking about. Let's see what's actually available. So they are free Disney movies on demand. You don't have to wait for some channel to play them. This is kind of a big deal. So we have, I'll go back to, well, yeah, we do it that way. Movies, we have Cars, Finding Nemo, Hercules, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, The Incredibles, Monsters, Inc., and Ratatouille. And Remy is his name, and he's a rat. There's Disney Vacation? What are the... So this is Resort TV, but let's click the Walt Disney World one and find out. I assume this is just Resort TV.
Oh, this is Must Do Disney.
So Must Do Disney is available? You can just preview it? What's a... Or this is the preview, right? There's no, like... No, go hit preview. See what... What's a preview of it look like? It's a 30-second... You get a 30-second preview, okay. Okay, let's get out of here. We know what we're looking at. Or you could play the full thing. Now we go back. So that's what these are. These are all the Resort TV offerings. What do we got for bedtime stories?
I love bedtime stories. Okay, let's go.
Look at bedtime stories.
Bedtime stories. Oh.
Yeah, those are the ones that play every evening on Resort TV as well.
No Duffy.
I gotta say, like, I always thought that the timing on those was pretty silly. So it's really nice that you, like, whenever you bring the kids back, you can, or if you're an adult and want to watch, whenever you want to watch it, it's actually, sure, we could watch it.
I couldn't help myself.
Yeah, but you see, this is just what airs on the TV. There's also really, these Samsung TVs are also very nice. The quality is really pretty.
The kingdom of Coronado.
I know the story thing, but we can get on it. Let's look at programs and events.
So again, these are all the
No,
things
there's just
that
more
usually
stuff that's
show.
on, yeah.
Oh,
And we have Disney Nature. What is Animal Kingdom? Is that just the Disney Animals channel stuff for Animal Kingdom? Yeah, just a little something about Animal Kingdom. Okay. Go back. No, go back. We know about Animal Kingdom. It's not the zoo. You got all your safety smart videos. That's fun. All right, so let's see what else we've got other than this Disney. We've seen what's in Disney On Demand. Not a huge library, but I'm sure they'll be loading more in as time progresses. Should we try to connect a device? What is that? What's that all about? Oh, so look at this. All right, so you can connect your mobile device to enjoy Chromecast-enabled content in this room. So you join the resort Wi-Fi, then you go to that URL and enter a code, and then you scan the code, or scan that code with, or you can scan the code, the QR code there on the screen, and open Chromecast-enabled app and tap the cast button. So you can stream whatever's on your phone to your resort TV, which probably should have been a thing many years ago, but here it is. We don't need to test it. We know how this works, but it's pretty neat. I like that. So if you want to watch WDWNT YouTube videos, you can do so right on your resort TV. What's in My Disney Vacation? Let's see what's in there.
I love the Mickey loading.
Our on-ride photographs. That's pretty fantastic. I think that's great. Let's go back. That's not all of them, but enough of them. Yeah.
So.
Hotel services. I assume this is what's on the screens outside. You can click and find out more information. Yeah. So all your information, hours, information about each location, all of that is here.
I wonder if these feature menus.
It doesn't look like it.
No.
But it gives you the hours at least, which is helpful. Although Three Bridges doesn't have the hours, the other ones do. Little tweaks they have to make as time goes on.
It'd be cool if they had the menu so you can be like, oh, that's it.
Yeah. One step at a time. And pools and shops, all that stuff is here. So this is the same as if you click those TVs outside.
Let's see if the transportation has like times.
Sure. I doubt it, but we can check. No. Just tells you what's available. You're getting too far ahead of them. Okay. All right, let's go out. Let's look at Let's look at parks and more. I assume this is basic park information. We have today's park hours, and then click on a park.
Oh, so it's WDW today.
But frozen, so you can get it without having to wait through a loop on the television. Yeah.
I like the loop.
That's yeah. No, so do I. But if you just need it quick, it's there. That's pretty great. Is that everything? And then of course you have basic television capabilities. It's pretty neat.
Let's see what happens.
But only available so far at Disney's Coronado Springs Resort and in the Gran Destino Tower. We assume this will be rolling out to other resorts as time goes on. Oh, that's pretty great.
Oh, cool. So there's a TV guide. You still get
Yeah, you don't have to just go through channels and hope for the best. Yeah. Well, there you go, folks. That's the new TV. His eyes don't work in real life. Here's the TV at the Gran Destino Tower, now open. Disney's Coronado Springs Resort. Get ready.
Oh, we're not mic'd. There you go. Very exciting television. I forgot we had them all. Yeah. So talked about the room. Talked about so we stayed club level. Club level gives you access to the Kronos Club. This is the first moderate with a club level. Obviously, club level with these lounges exists at the Yacht and Beach Club, Wilderness Lodge, Contemporary, Polynesian, Grand Floridian. We have the video of the Kronos Club. Exists at all these places. So this was something new. It is a business hotel, so it probably made sense to add this. Based on the price of the room, this is absolutely the cheapest club level lounge you can get access to at Walt Disney World. And honestly, service and food-wise, it's one of the better. So between price and quality, if this is something that appeals to you, I think this is absolutely a no-brainer. This is really nice. It's a place to kind of hide out during the day if you need to relax a little bit or the weather's bad or you want to do something before or after the pool. The way the clubs work, in case you're not familiar, they have a food service basically all day of some variety. There's drinks out for you to grab at any time, sodas, beers, wines. They do a breakfast service. They do a snack service. There is a hors d'oeuvre service, and then desserts and cordials. And the hours vary based on the clubs. But also during the day, you see all those various candies are out all day. The cookies are out pretty much all day. The drinks are out all day. We'll be doing a full review of this, so I don't want to get into too much, but I will tell you, for value and quality, this is pretty fantastic. We had a really great time. We spent a lot of time. Obviously, most of us live here, so we basically just worked from Kronos Club for the last couple of days since we had the room. Why not? And also the food service changes a little bit every day, so we've covered, I think, a majority of the items that they're going to serve here as well. So there'll be a really in-depth, Jessica will be doing a really in-depth review
Yes, sir.
of that. So yeah.
Yeah, it was really nice. Having experienced, the only other club level I've experienced is the one at the Wilderness Lodge. But I've been there many times, and it's really my favorite. But this, it was really nice. They had a full continental breakfast. Most club levels will only give you like pastries and maybe like hard-boiled eggs in the morning. Not Kronos Club. They had vegan scrambled eggs. They had regular scrambled eggs. They had bacon, and they had a ton of more like plant-based options for like all kinds of people, and a lot of really other stuff too. So food-wise, I was pretty blown away.
Yeah.
Even as stuff kind of fluctuated, should we tell them about the lamb chops?
Do you want to tell the lamb chop story? Or you want me to tell the lamb chop story?
You could start it off.
Cameron, you were there too, right?
Oh, I was there for the lamb chops.
Okay. Three Bridges does a lamb chop dish. We didn't have. It was one of the things we skipped, I guess, in the reviews. But they bring the lamb chops to the Kronos Club on certain nights.
For dinner, right? It's a dinner offering.
Or they call it hors d'oeuvres.
Hors d'oeuvres.
Hors d'oeuvres.
Because they don't want you to think you could have a full meal there. You could absolutely eat enough for it to be a full meal. So they bring out the lamb chops. They're fantastic. I get like two. There's no rush at 5 p.m. Some clubs at 5 p.m. people like rope drop,
Already.
and it's crazy. It gets intense, and we saw a bit of that later. So I have the lamb chops. Like, these are fantastic. I want another one. Go to get another one. There's immediately a line for the next batch of them. So they ran out quick. There wasn't a lot in the first bowl, and then people figure out they're good, and they're gone.
People started lining up, and like.
No, so the second one, like, people lined up, like, when they put it out.
Right.
They didn't line up early, just people lined up. And so you ended up, like, towards the back of the line. I'm like, you're not even going to get one. So you get there, there's, like, 2 left
Yeah.
when you got up there, and you took the last 2.
No, I never wanted to be that person to take, like, the last lamb chop, so
You
I'd
left
always
one for
leave one.
people, yeah.
But then we had people skipping the line.
Well, hold on. So for the third one, the third batch of lamb chops, people just start standing around the island.
Like
They're
praying.
just standing around. So it comes out. People are getting food. The guy in front decides, I'm going to get a lamb chop, but first I'm going to get some, well, I forget what the other thing was, those empanada things.
They had they had these jackfruit mini tacos.
Yeah.
That, they were pretty interesting. They're not how I would do jackfruit, but many people seem to enjoy them.
Yeah. I thought they were really good.
I didn't like them.
You don't like anything.
You gotta try barbecue
Or I don't like
jackfruit.
anything.
Joking.
That's what's up.
You didn't like them? I didn't even
I
realize they
didn't
were
like
jackfruit
I didn't
until
like
after.
them.
I was like, oh, that's pretty good for jackfruit.
Yeah.
You didn't like
Maybe it was because I was convinced they were ham the entire time. And
Are you talking about
and
the
then
other one?
They're both the same.
Was it
They weren't both
ham?
the same. They were different. They were just in different.
I don't know that it was.
One of them was different than the other.
They just had
They
different,
tasted
like,
very
exteriors.
different. They tasted completely different.
But the lamb chops were fantastic.
So the third time, the guy is also grabbing these jackfruit tacos. Some woman decides, oh, but he's not in the lamb. This woman comes out of nowhere and takes the lamb and then runs away, and we're all in line.
There was an existing
for the
line,
lamb.
though. There was like a trailing line behind
Yeah, like
the,
a line of people
island.
waiting for the lamb. This
And
lady
there was,
just
like,
came
a
in.
lady
She
out
knew it was a line.
There was-
And like she like ran. She like put her nose in the air and like ran away.
There was
And
someone
I was
behind
like,
me who was like, really? Really?
yeah. And she walked
that
away
I
because
would've
she
done
wasn't
that.
gonna get one.
was like-
This poor lady goes, really? I'm not doing this. She puts the plate down and walks away.
It got real at the Chronos
Well, because
Club.
it is ridiculous. It's insanely rude and disgusting. It was really gross.
World Star.
But that's how it gets sometimes. If it's a really good food item at these clubs, sometimes they don't have enough. Maybe.
And then the chefs, so they
I
couldn't
tweeted
keep them
the
around. They
pictures.
couldn't keep them around long enough. And it wasn't a good like a potluck dish. Because each one has to be made pretty much individually.
Yeah.
And you can't serve it en masse. Like they'd bring out maybe like 10 pieces at a time, and they'd go within seconds. So after a while, you have like the lead chef, and she's just staring in awe.
I have the picture, the chef and the manager staring at where the food was. And they've run out of both the jackfruit tacos and the lamb chops. And so suddenly, like, an audible is called, and the meatless meatballs, and what was the other replacement? Oh, they got more jackfruit tacos.
Yeah.
The meatless meatballs have been decided on as a replacement, and clearly no one in the Kronos Club agreed with this decision because the meatless meatballs sat there.
Everything suddenly died down. There
People
were no
left.
more lines.
People finally just left.
got
Not before
really
giving
quiet.
that woman a dirty look, but people finally left the Kronos Club.
If you ain't
Yeah.
talking lamb chops,
Yeah.
I don't want to talk.
So the Kronos Club is lit, fam. Like you gotta,
Yeah.
you gotta check it out.
Yeah. We're going to talk about Dahlia. We have a couple minutes left. Dahlia and Toledo. I think Dahlia is great. This, as I said before, there you go. There's a great drink list. Gin heavy, but they do
Everything,
have other
yeah.
stuff. Lots of wine. But this is a great space, the Dahlia Lounge. It's just really pretty. You have pictures of Dahlia and Walt, and there's little design elements from Destino. This is based. Dahlia is the female character in Destino. Kronos Club. Kronos is the male character in Destino. So they complement each other.
Here, though?
This is open to everybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is the lounge on the 16th floor. So the views are fantastic, and there's tables all along the outside there, but the inside's real pretty too. There are the views.
There's a
That's the
balcony
patio.
too. Yeah.
Well, yeah, balcony, patio, whatever you call it. But there's tables out here. You'll see the tables.
Is it busy? Like, do people know about it yet?
Yeah,
It was
during
at
fireworks,
night, it was
it's
pretty-
pretty hopping. It has a lot of tables. It's big. I think it's a good size. The problem up here is no one really thought about the layout. So the views are great from Dahlia, but like fireworks are kind of afterthought. So what we thought Toledo was going to be this great restaurant for fireworks views like California Grill, because it's situated between Epcot and Hollywood Studios, which both have fireworks. You can't really see them from that hotel. You can kind of see Epcot from Dahlia if you stand on the corner, and we saw Magic Kingdom at a very, very far distance from our room at Toledo, the private room we got put in. Then there's a shot from Destino where the bell makes her dress, and that design element, you'll see the bell dress is all over everything in there. But it's pretty though. I think it's a good nighttime spot for a drink. I would go to, if people are asking, this is another great lounge on property.
Yeah.
So this is in the rotation now with Scat Cats and Nomad, and I think some of the best. Food wise, maybe not, but drink wise, absolutely.
You didn't like the food?
Meatballs
She
are
said
good.
Meatballs
Meatballs and almonds.
said
I know
you
some of the
loved the
stuff from
meatballs,
Toledo.
no?
Huh?
I thought you loved the meatballs.
They're really good.
Okay.
But I don't know if that's enough for me to go there. I don't know if we're just gonna have
You
meatballs.
don't just
Maybe.
wake up and be like, man.
I don't know. I gotta go
meatballs
there like
tonight."
separate because we tried to jam that in the day with Toledo, and we only ordered the
That's
two
fair.
things they
was a
have
very quick trip.
that aren't at Toledo are the almonds and the meatballs. They're both very good. I mean, the almonds are almonds, but they're really well. What's the word I'm looking for?
Well executed.
No.
Seasoned.
Seasoned. Thank you.
Said season.
Did I say seasoned?
Seasoned.
They're seasoned almonds.
Yeah.
Someone had
Mark
asked a
the
question, if we have time real quick, about the club level. Can you upgrade the club if you're staying in
Yes.
ranchos?
Yeah, a lot of people did.
Okay.
Say you wanna like.
Oh,
save-
ranchos? I don't know. Can you ranchos upgrade? People in the tower upgraded.
As far as I know, it's if you're staying in the tower, maybe you want to save a couple bucks and stay at a lower level or like a different view. That might be cheaper. You won't be on the same, like the club is on the 15th floor, and you
Yeah.
can then you just schlep your way up to the
I
club.
bet they'll let you add it.
Huh?
I bet they'll let you add it. We asked, and it made it sound like it was tower, but
There's
I can't imagine they turn away money if there's available spaces. But maybe they want to keep it available to people in the tower. I don't know.
There's pretty ample capacity, and I would
big.
see a lot. I saw a lot of people coming in there with their luggage, maybe just working for the day. Like a lot of people might be
Yeah.
staying elsewhere, and they're like, "Oh, let me get access to the club," and that way I have like a
Yeah,
kind of like an airport lounge, that you have like a place to stay in between
yeah,
your
Kinda, yeah.
travels.
yeah.
But you
Oh,
can.
let's-
Yes.
Let's talk about Toledo real quick. We're running out of time.
Toledo.
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 Our review has been met with a lot of interesting comments because we said it was bad and poorly designed. And I want to explain that to people because the people say, oh, a lot of things you liked. There were things we liked, but there were a lot of really bad things also. I thought one of the worst prepared fillets I've ever had on property.
It was scary.
I've ever had.
And the
Yeah,
pota-
period.
Yeah.
It was pretty bad.
The
It's up
potatoes,
there.
though.
I think I've had one or two in my life that were worse, but
And the
It's up there.
potatoes added the
they were,
insult
like,
to injury.
instant.
It was like instant, but with like water. You know, they didn't even make it with like milk. What I was saying, I'm like,
Yeah.
I've had instant potatoes. They're okay. These were bad.
This
They
is what
were,
I mean by
like,
moderate
gritty.
and deluxe clothing, where this showed like this was really just like a bad moderate restaurant that on the top of a tower that gives you the idea that it's going to be like just below signature. So kind of like I'm thinking like Sanaa. Sanaa is not a signature, but it kind of it's middling. It's between the two kind of. That's what I expected based on where Toledo was, based on the vibe inside, and that's not what I think we got. The pork chop was the plainest pork chop. It's like my mother threw 4C seasoning on a pork chop and then put it on a plate.
What did we compare it to? Cracker Barrel, and even then,
But
like,
we
the
said
Cracker Barrel
everybody
was
said Cracker
better.
Barrel was better.
Yeah.
The tile fish was there was nothing going on with the tile fish. The plainest white fish I
It's
think I've
really
had on Disney
watery.
property. The vegan seafood was weird.
Okay, so
Like,
I
I don't think
it-
that's a good Disney World vegan dish. I've had vegan dishes I thought were fantastic at Disney World, but you eat more vegan than I do.
I
so.
was interested because I've never had vegan seafood. You know, I've
Yeah.
had a bunch of other stuff that you can kind of concoct or find elsewhere. I'd never had it, so honestly, I was really intrigued to see. And I still think it's kind of cool that they came up with this full platter of vegan seafood. That they had that kind of ingenuity to like be like, oh, we can take this mushroom, we can like score it and sear it and make it into a scallop. Scallops, by the way, were like the only good thing on the plate. The like calamari was basically like little onion rings. Like it really wasn't anything. And then everything else on the plate, I just couldn't get through it. And this is from someone who's eaten a whole lot of vegan food. It just really. At one point, I was like just trying to pawn off a plate off of people like, do you want some? And everyone would be like, no.
Yeah, I didn't even want to try it, to be honest.
Again, like I'm like, if you want to say that
It
you've
looks
eaten,
pretty.
if you want to say that you've eaten vegan seafood, you know, then maybe give it a try. But if you've never had it, like you're gonna be disappointed because it's just something, it's just way too out there.
Pretty ambiance, though.
Yeah, I get a lot of like Disney Cruise Line callbacks
Oh,
throughout.
yeah.
Like this was very Enchanted Garden to me. Dahlia Lounge reminded me of like the Cove Cafe. A lot of like I'm like, was someone like on the same team or something? It's very similar.
It's a good point. You're actually very correct.
They all.
the
It
desi-
seems
on
to
the
be a
design
very
level.
modern Disney thing. There were a lot of vibes of Shanghai Disneyland Hotel. A lot of the stuff in there reminded me of that too. Even with the restaurant on the roof and the way it was built. So they do a lot of that.
But yeah, vegan seafood, tread with caution.
Yes,
Unless you're a seasoned vegan, and then just be aware that not everything on the platter might be good.
Some tapas were fine, but I wasn't like blown away. So I stick with our review where we said it was bad. I mean, having 4 entrees that I think are bad out of 8 doesn't make you a good restaurant. And that being said, I mean, even of the other 4, our ribeye was good. Ribeye was cooked as it should be. I don't think that makes it like the end-all, be-all dish. I think if you really want a ribeye, it's a decent spot for it. Is there better on property? Yeah.
I was thinking I wouldn't go back for the ribeye, but it was good
No,
to have
like
while I
it
was there.
It was good if you wanted it.
Yeah.
You always have to think like, what would I come back for? Like I always come back
Hanger
to.
steak was normal. It was fine. What else? What am I missing? Oh, the chicken was good.
The chicken was my
was
favorite
okay.
part of the entire
I like
meal.
the scallops.
And even
Scallops
then,
great.
I liked the chicken because everything else I had was pretty bad, so
Yeah.
that made the chicken seem really good.
I think the chicken was just okay, and that it, just by
But even
comparison.
this roast chicken.
I think the scallops were the only thing that was fantastic. I would have the scallops again. It's not a huge portion, but it's good.
the one thing I guess I'd be like, oh, you want to go to Toledo? It's like, oh yeah, I'll go for like maybe
Shrimp
a
and
shrimp,
scallops.
shrimp and bread, you know, and like just tapas. Like I wouldn't plan on having a meal there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know tapas in the name, but the steak and seafood we had were garbage. So 2 out of the 3 portions of the name were not good, which I think makes you a bad restaurant.
And part of me
That's
wants to
what I
say
do
it's
want.
still growing pains. It was the very first time of
That's
operation.
Oh, and we always
That's
go
true.
back. We
Yeah.
never don't go back. Like, I know we never reviewed Sebastian's again, but I've gone back and it still has suffered from that same problem where
Yeah.
some things are good and some things are bad.
Yeah.
So the review hasn't changed. There's been no need to rewrite that because
Yeah.
If you're
It's
already
the same.
there, by all means check it out, you know. But I wouldn't make a trip over.
I never tell anybody not to try a new restaurant. Although I think we just try to guide people. Even with Takumi, while I didn't like the steak, I think we told people you go get the sushi, go get drinks, go get dessert. Like,
For the experience.
I wouldn't necessarily get the $93 entree or the tasting menu, but there are other things you could get there and have a very good meal.
Yeah.
We didn't say Takumi was bad. We just said we thought the Wagyu wasn't the quality we expected.
Yeah.
A lot of people have been asking, like on Instagram and stuff, about the fireworks at Toledo, and that's part of like the experience. Like, you know, you have the experience at Takumi.
Yeah.
The experience at Toledo was
You had to run out to Dahlia to see studios, no?
you had to
Yep.
awkwardly
You cannot.
like.
I mean, you can from the main dining room see both sides, I guess.
They don't dim the. Did they dim the lights in the main?
No lights
No.
were dimmed. It was very difficult to
music,
see
no
any
light
fireworks
dimming.
from the
Yeah.
inside.
Like,
Which
a
is
lot
why
of
you had to
glare.
go out to that Dahlia patio.
Yeah. from the main dining room, because we didn't eat in the main dining room, but from the main dining room, you can. I think you can only see the studios and Epcot. You can't see Epcot from the main dining room. You can only see studios because
Epcot you had to be in the corner, the other corner than we were in.
The sunrise
the
room.
sunrise room.
We were in the sunset room.
Yeah.
Also known as the vlogger room.
And then Magic Kingdom on the other side, there's other dining rooms on that side as well, other private dining rooms. So you really can't see Magic Kingdom from your seat.
No, only our
Toledo at all.
Our
only ours.
table was the only one I think you could see Magic Kingdom from. Yeah.
There were two others though behind that
really
wine
tried.
wall, right? There were two other private dining rooms behind that wine wall
There's 3
that you
total.
also probably could have
Oh,
seen.
the side, yeah,
or maybe one
kind
other.
of, yeah.
Yeah.
That
So
one's the
it's
one
very
that's like-
difficult to see Magic Kingdom's
Yeah.
fireworks from the main dining room.
They're far though, even from where we are, which is the furthest point towards Magic Kingdom. They're far. It's not made for Magic Kingdom view.
Yeah.
The whole thing they marketed though was Epcot, and same with Riviera, Epcot and Studios fireworks views, and I just felt like you did not build the layout of this restaurant conducive to this.
No.
Why did you build a rooftop restaurant with promoted fireworks views that barely sees the fireworks? Are there any dinosaurs in your dinosaur park, Dr. Hammond? Like, that's how I felt with Toledo.
I'd be happy in the main dining room under that like cute little olive tree, but don't hype up the fireworks because you're not going to
It's
see
poor
them.
man's Haleo.
Had they turned down the lights
It's
a little
poor
bit,
man's Haleo. I wish I had the Haleo food in the Toledo interior.
Yeah.
As much as I think the fireworks views were botched, it's not a bad interior. I just think the food is not what it should be. Haleo quality tapas, which a lot of stuff in there is kind of a knockoff of the Haleo menu.
Oh yeah.
Chef Jose Andres
Couple
called.
months
He
later.
wants his jaleo back.
Yeah. And so even with the jamon sitting on the
Hamon?
jamon.
Timon.
Stop it. Jamon? What am I saying wrong?
Yeah, you're saying. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I
Wow,
have
you're
The
so mean.
potatoes that came with our entree were very similar to Haleo.
Yeah,
a
but
lot
they weren't
worse
as
though.
good. Yeah.
Over seasoned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So I would give it another shot, but I don't think I'm gonna come
I
around
like Three
much on
Bridges better.
that. Three Bridges was fine. I like Three Bridges, but at that cost, it's way less of an investment. You don't need reservations. Way less of a time investment. It's way less of a monetary
You
investment.
can get
Yeah.
the lamb chops.
Now I'm sold on those lamb chops. I might just go get those every time. I like the burger at Three Bridges too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I still won't go to Maya Grill. It's definitely still better than Maya Grill, but so is getting punched in the
What's gonna
face.
happen to Maya Grill?
But I mean, here's the thing: is if I'm thinking about where I'm sending people to Disney World to go eat, Toledo is not in the conversation.
No.
That is not. So people are like, you didn't give it that bad of a review. I'm not telling people to go to it. That's for damn sure. I mean, that's the problem. Is I can probably give you 20, even more than 20 restaurants at Disney property. I would at least tell you should eat at. Toledo's not going to be on that list. At least not in its current form.
I mean, resort restaurants rarely are, but
Oh, I think resort restaurants are the strongest.
yeah.
Flying Fish,
Yeah.
Sanaa, Jico, Ale and Compass. What else we got? Oh, Grand Floridian Cafe.
Yeah, that's true.
Ohana, The Wave.
There you go.
It's a lot of really good stuff at resorts. Artist Point, even with the character dynamic, Artist Point is very good. I like Whispering Canyon. Those are all ones I wouldn't tell you not to go to. So,
True. There you go.
Yep.
all right. So we're terribly over time, but we're gonna have a full review of the room, and we're gonna have a full review of the club level for you as well. But the Toledo review is already out, and so is Dahlia. If you guys want to read those. So now you play the end music, DJ Rex. Wake him up, DJ Rex. Play the end music. He could, with the visor down, he could do it. Just let him.
I'm DJ Rex.
No, we're ending the show, DJ Rex. I know you've been sleeping.
You look nice today, Michelle.
Wow,
Michelle, you look very nice today.
that's not even what he said. You got it wrong. Butchered it.
All right, let's end the show
End
now.
music. Nope, that's the opening of the show.
That's
Try that one
another
again, and let's
show.
get out of here.
Close hour 4.
There you go.
Cool.
Oh man. And remember, kids, what means I caramba? Good night.
I don't know.